go. So, hello everybody. This is Startup Garage Show episode number 2. And this time we will talk about artificial intelligence in marketing and sales. Here with you, Artem Kuryavka and Alex Kritsky. So, hello everybody. Alex, few words.
Oh, nice to see you, Artem. I know that your company is doing great job, that your company helps other companies to attract customers. But Artem, you know, my father told me that marketing didn't exist in the past. My father told me that in the past, you know, people had like 2 pairs of shoes, one for summer and one for winter. So how did it all start, and who is the father of marketing?
So, yeah, very interesting story. I believe that even if you have a need in at least one pair of shoes, so you still have an opportunity for marketing. Yeah, and it's true that in the past the marketing was much easier and the market wasn't so intense and there wasn't so many brands, so many products, and now it's became more complicated. And yeah, I suppose you want to mention this great guy, Philippe Kotler.
Yeah, Kotler, yeah, I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So it seems like everything has started with Philippe Kotler. Maybe he wasn't the only one, but he definitely was like the father of modern marketing. And yes, for over 50 years, he has taught at the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University. And his book became like a Bible for marketing. And yeah, so it was one of the best books. Now we have more great books about marketing. And now, as we are moving forward into the digital transformation, so now everything is getting even more complicated, and now we have many possibilities but also a lot of competition. So yeah, that's very exciting moment we live in.
Wow, that sounds interesting. Yeah, it's kind of, was like new field, and now it's like huge field in business. And but Artem, why businesses need marketing? What are goals of marketing? How important is marketing for businesses?
Yeah, so I have written an article before, and I've made master classes before about 5 elements of successful business, and definitely marketing is one of these important elements, like very essential. And I just was, on the beginning, I was trying to figure out what is like the first one, because when you have 5 elements, what from you should start. And during all my years in startups, in entrepreneurship, I realized that marketing is the first one, because when we are talking about some product or service, it will not be successful without real need of people, and this is the opportunity for market. It could be already existed and you just can improve it, or it is something new than you need that you can fulfill, and Actually, it's one of the best situation, because when you are growing together with a newly created market, this is the best opportunity for entrepreneurs to grow with this market. That's why a lot of investors, they they uh, they always trying to, yeah, they actually trying to see the full picture. And the first key essence is, if the market is really existed, and if it exists, then it's, if the team is really good to grow together with this market. So yeah, market is an essential part of every business. And you probably, if you are thinking about what to start from, marketing is definitely is a thing that you should start from.
Yeah, yes, it makes sense. And but Artem, um, how do we know who are our potential buyers or potential customers or potential um, clients? How can a company identify its target market or target audience?
Also very great question. Thank you, Alex. So okay, I think this is the questions that uh, could be said in a different way. So it's what you should probably start from, not to try to feed some target audience to your product, but you should literally see your customer. This is also, there another guy, very very great, um, I suppose, yeah, he's a scientist, he's a professor in Stanford University, Steve Blank, and he had written a really great book about customer development, like 4 steps to epiphany, something like that. And this is actually, you're not trying to figure out who is your target audience. So you are literally see, okay, this guy or this woman, they has this problem, and I'm doing something specifically for them, like for a specific person that have specific, I don't know, age and situation, and you just trying to fulfill that need with your product or solution. So, and this is the best strategy to grow your product, not just to trying, theoretically understand what you can do, but actually ask people, okay, what do you need? How can I help you? And only after you will hear that this problem has really existed, uh, you just starting to prepare the solution. Yeah, of course, it can be based on something that you have done before, and this is the best situation as well. But you should start from the specific person. This is your best target audience.
Yeah, Artem, and I came across this expression, marketing mix. I don't know what is marketing mix. Is it like a sort of a cocktail, or what is a marketing mix?
Uh, yeah, can you yeah explain a bit what do you mean with marketing mix?
Yeah, they say, there's like this 4 P's or 5 P's or 7 P's. It's like
Okay, I get it.
people and place and product. So
Yeah,
does it mean that you mix with different people at different places? What does it mean?
yeah, I get it. So you mean these 4 P? So yeah, product, place, price, and promotion. Uh, yeah, I will add here, as I mentioned, one more P is people. Yeah, because nowadays place is became a very virtual environment. So for example, if we are talking about, in classic marketing, place still play a key role for success of the of the enterprise. Because for example, if you are somewhere in Manhattan in a very crowded place, where a lot of businessmen and women moving every day, a lot of people just going through, so probably it's the best place to put some cafe, and it will be successful automatically. You just need to provide a product with good quality. So because there are a lot of people that would buy your product. The same thing now in internet is happening. So that's why a big marketplaces also became these places for virtual product and services, or maybe real physical product and services. So, but everything has changed. This place became different. Product. It's also, the classical marketing was mostly oriented on physical product. So that's why it was so important that your product will be on the shelves of supermarket stores, and that's how you can distribute your product and sell it also like automatically, because everybody just going to supermarkets for grocery. And that's also it's very important physically where your product is situated, on the lower level or on the eye level or on the top level. So it also influences the how many products people buy. And price, it's also, low level price, middle level price, or high price like luxury goods, or it's just low cost, or somewhere in the middle. So it's also can be used for positioning your product. For example, I believe that there are two best products if you are talking about the price. One is the cheapest one, because that's what you can buy with the minimum amount of money in your pocket. And the second one is the best. Sometimes it's the most expensive, but not necessary, because when you have the cheapest product, then you're just trying to have the best product. That's why the best product will satisfy you even more, because it has all the parameters just better than the cheap one. And sometimes it's also the best strategy, as you know. It's better to buy one best product than many low cost products that will be thrown away very soon. So but sometimes it's not the most expensive. I should say that sometimes the best product is not the most expensive. You just need to figure out it. And the last one, promotion. That's also a really interesting part. So in the past, the promotion could be just some little boy on the corner of the streets, and he can just shout, okay, I have fresh newspapers, and or just shouting out some titles from the newspapers, and that's how the promotion was happening. Later we have these newspapers actually, and radio and TV, and then finally internet era appear, and now we have so many search engines and social media, many streaming services like YouTube, TikTok. So there are so many
channels
tools that you can use. Yeah, and this is all channels. Yeah, so you can use any of them, and that's what actually we do in the company as well. So we just help to choose the right channel to promote your product or service. And sometimes now digital marketing is even more efficient, as you shouldn't spend so much money. For example, one of the best place for promoting is exhibition or conferences where you can meet different people from your industry or industries that you are interested in. And it's not cheap, only the price for the ticket for such conferences can be about $1,000, or sometimes even more. It's depending of the conference scale and topic. So there could be some niche conferences and exhibition. So, and then you should fly there. So if it's somewhere in another continent, you should spend a lot of money just for a ticket to fly. Then you should stay somewhere, so you should pay for hotel, for the food, for everything. So the average cost of such promotion will be several $1,000s at least. So sometimes in digital marketing you should spend maybe $500, $1,000 for the landing page, and then you can promote it and you can spend as much as you can afford for yourself, and that's how you can spend less but still have maybe the same amount or even bigger amount of customers. That's why digital marketing is so efficient right now. It's just a short example, but yeah, that's a short introduction to what is important in marketing.
Oh yes. Well, thank you, Artem. I'm learning a lot. Yeah, so as far and like 4 P's, five P's, 7 P's. So I understood. So for example, it's not a good idea to sell sand on the beach, and it's not a good idea to sell ice on the North Pole. But if you sell ice on the beach, that's maybe a good place. Yes,
Yeah.
and Artem, yes, you mentioned this expression, marketing tools. Okay, I'll tell you a short story. One day I was walking on the street, and a couple of girls came over, and they were wearing like interesting uniform, and they said, "Would you like a free yogurt?" Yeah, and they had a whole bucket of those yogurts, and they said, we developed a new yogurt, and we want people to try to get some. We give people to try our yogurt for free and to get feedback. Yeah. So I thought, like, wow, that's a good marketing tool. I like it. Artem, so what are some of effective marketing tools?
You know, I don't think that we can say about the most effective marketing tools in general, because every product can be promoted in a different way. Yeah, for yogurt, yeah, it's definitely it's a good idea to promote it in supermarket. And I remember when I was a student, it was one of my favorite thing that was happening in supermarkets, is you can just eat for free, or take a lot of different cool stuff for free. And I remember there was even some like competition who will eat faster or big amount of something, and it was my best events in supermarkets. So you can be fit at the same time, and yeah, for students it was just awesome. And there was some additional prizes as well, and it was so funny. It was great. Yeah. So for foods, it's definitely one of the best way to promote your products. Also, fairs are the great place for products, as you know, when lots of different producers gather in some festival, so they can sell their food or just promote some new kind of food. So yeah, for food, it's definitely is a great idea. But if you are talking about tools in general, every product will have their best option, So if your tool is completely digital, if your product is completely digital, so probably you have to use some digital tools for marketing. And yeah, sometimes you can sell physical yeah, no, not sometimes, but I mean that's in general you should just select the right marketing tools and channels to promote your product. And the best way to understand it is just to try different, and yeah, it's a, marketing and promotion is a very creative process. So and that's where the place for artificial intelligence actually starting to yeah to appear, as artificial intelligence can speed up this process. It will not substitute you in this process yet, but it will definitely will help you to be more efficient. So yeah, the tools could be different depending of the product, and usually you should make some marketing research in the beginning to understand what tools available for you and what tools are more efficient for you for this specific product, for this specific audience. Yeah, so there are a lot of combinations, and that's why it's so interesting.
Yeah, definitely. That's an exciting field. And so now people started using artificial intelligence in marketing, but before artificial intelligence in marketing, there was digital marketing. And but Artem, what exactly is digital marketing? What are the major? I know some people are taking courses on digital marketing. What are the major components of? They tell me I went to the 4th level, I went to the 5th level, but what are the major components of digital marketing?
Mhm. So yeah, okay, let's try to figure out the whole scope on some case. So you have your product, you and it was created, like from the need of your customer. So probably you understand what need of customer. For example, he just needs a pen. So you create a pen that just writing well, you know. So you already know about this need, and marketing is like matching, this need and the product they have to match. but how this matching is happened? You should have somehow to deliver the information about your product to your customer. So this is where these tools have like exposing all their potential. So nowadays, as I said, one of the very logical way to promote is conferences, exhibition, some fairs, festivals. So it's in the physical world. Then it's media like newspapers, magazines, some posters as well could be used. Billboards, in the cities, like light boxes, some lighting installation, for example, in New York or Las Vegas, some in big cities. Of course, it's radio, it's television, it's now all the streaming services, so like digital TV, cable TV. So, and of course, internet. In internet, there are so many tools like email marketing. It could be a search engine or optimization or advertisement. It could be social media, organic grow with your target audience, and it could be paid advertisement. It could be even SMS marketing, but I don't like it. You can use SMS for these messages, text messages for notification, but not for spamming people. I think it's not ethical to use SMS marketing for it. It's very annoying. Email is, mail list now is really great and underrated tool, but it will be even better. The problem of email is still the spam, but now as we have spam filters, it's became a bit better, but still it's a big problem. And of course, there are a lot of analytical tools, and when we are talking about digital marketing, so I really recommend to work with landing pages, so you can gather your traffic on these landing pages. We have a lot of tools in the Brava as well. So when you have different channels, you can gather this information on your landing page, and then it converts to sales finally. So so maybe I've missed something. So we can also tell about and say about formats. So it could be just an articles, it could be some podcasts in audio format, it could be video format like YouTube, it could be video vlog. So there's so many tools you can use, but and it's very hard to say which channel will be the most efficient, and you should just try different. And at first you need to understand where exactly your target audience is living, or what is their environment, what do they use in their daily life. But the best way is just to ask.
Wow, thank you, Artem. It sounds like a marketing specialist is like a doctor or a magician. He has to choose the right tools to get the result. And I just want to remind this field, to imagine how much this field has developed. I just want to remind. So some time ago, it used to be a company that was called Direct mail, something like direct mail marketing, and people, what's direct market, direct mail? So they used to print, like, I don't know, a business proposal or something on a piece of paper, and put it, like that, put it in the envelope, and then print out the address of a potential customer and stick it on the envelope and send it by mail. And I don't know, they were apparently they were making money. So I mean, but now people send there's email marketing, but in the past it used to be direct mail marketing. Yeah. So also in the past, people used to go to conferences and they exchanged knowledge and ideas and experience. But now, so it used to be knowledge. Now people call it content. And Artem, what is content marketing? I know a list of content. If you take a book, and in a book, the list of content is the list of all the paragraphs in the book. But what is content marketing?
Yeah, I think we should mention also some pros and cons, like of the digital marketing and
Traditional marketing.
traditional marketing. Yeah, what I really like in digital marketing is that it's very easy to measure everything. And as you know, I really like math from childhood and informatics, so that's why it's so cool to have these digital tools, so you can really get all this information, you can analyze it, you can then really be very precise with your projections. So it's more about math than just your some expectation. Um, so everything is it's very close to the science. You understand how it works and what influence, what have impact to some parameters. So that's how you can improve your strategies. And yeah, that's what we should say. We have in digital marketing, in that's what we do not have in the classical sometimes marketing. Yeah, of course you can measure somehow, but still it's much harder to do it in real world. Yeah, but now it's also improving. But it's also digital in some way. The real world is just digitalizing and became digital. So yeah, content, this word content is the king, and I believe, yeah, that's true. Content is very important for the modern enterprises. I have a really nice friend here in San Francisco. He's a great marketer, and he taught me a lot. And yeah, he tell me before, and now I'm totally agree with him that content is the king. So content is something that's creating this attraction from your target audience. So if you create really good content, the people will like it, and people will see their needs in this content, or desire to help them, and that's how this magic of matching happening. So if you will create really good content, it will help you to reach your target audience faster. And
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
also a
So
place for
useful. Yes.
artificial intelligence. That's now with all these latest achievements in artificial intelligence, we have so many interesting tools. But still, I should say that I'm not satisfied enough. I use it a lot during my life, daily life, but still they are not good enough. It's a really great assistant. It can create a lot of content, but when we are talking about the quality of content, when you have some knowledge in some area and then you just starting comparing, this content, yeah, you still will see something that's not good enough. I don't say that it will not be better. It definitely will be better. But for now, it's not very wise to use only artificial intelligence in your work. So it will not substitute your marketer. It will not substitute your copywriter. It will not substitute your designer, as still somebody should create a really, when we are talking about business and products and services, it's more about values, it's more about mission, it's more about vision. So artificial intelligence cannot give you all these things yet. Yeah, so that's why the founders and marketers of the companies should create this vision, create this mission, create this values. It's so all the products and services are based on these. So artificial intelligence will not tell you all it. So you can try to adjust these artificial intelligence tools to create content that will be uh, like representing your values, your mission, your vision, but still uh, it is machines that's trying to yeah, just a better version of prompting service. And but yeah, it's great. You can use it as some material for your ideas and content, but still, yeah, it's better to be still very conscious of how you use it, and what actually will be then, what expression,
And so
what do you expect from your target audience? Are you ready uh, to substitute your expertise with the expertise of artificial intelligence? Are you ready to give uh, this part of your image, of your reputation, to the artificial intelligence? So think twice when you use artificial intelligence. But still, I should say it's a very efficient tool.
Well, thank you, Artema. I think I got your point. So useful. Now the what content attracts audience, attracts your potential customers. So use your knowledge and experience to create exciting content. Artem, and I know your company is doing really good job in knowledge management for your customers, for other companies. In what way knowledge management can be used in digital marketing? What role does knowledge management play in digital marketing?
Okay, so let's split it yeah, to several parts. So the first one is, yeah, knowledge management in marketing, and then artificial intelligence and knowledge, how it's all interconnected. So in marketing, the best method is observation. Why? Because you're not trying to just to figure out theoretically what is happening and what kind of needs people have. In marketing, it's much better to observe how everything works, how people behave, what habits they have, and you're just trying to understand where is the best place for your product in this process. Yeah, so that's how you embedded your product into the lifestyle of people that you want to become your target audience. And that's why I really suggest to start with a specific person and just try to talk with them, ask them how they do something, and then you just make a better solution for them. And that's where you have this opportunity, a market niche for yourself, for your company. And if you are talking about observations, that's knowledge. Yeah. So of course, then you just should write down this observation into some form, and that's where the new knowledge is created. Actually, all the greatest scientists, they were first of all great
Observers.
yes. So they was just very attentive, for example, how nature works, and then they was trying to figure out, oh, so what's actually happening. And philosophers also was the greatest observers. So that's where the true knowledge is coming from observation of the real world, of the universe, and then you can create really nice solution based on this knowledge. And that's how marketing and knowledge is interconnected. And of course, in our platform, we given these tools to store all this information. Yeah, for individual users, you can just use our basics tools, so you probably don't need very advanced tools. But for marketers, we have very powerful tools. It's help you to get a lot of information automatically. Then you can analyze it, you can reuse it, you can share it. So um, that's where the true power of knowledge is happening. And based on this information, of course, you can build even better strategies how to work with your target audience. And there is a place for artificial intelligence, because the most important question, we have now a lot of technologies like machine learning and artificial intelligence, but the most important, what knowledge, what data they use to train these neural networks. Yeah, mostly artificial intelligence is some representation of a digital neural network. So it just making a lot of trainings on some data. But most important is what kind of data do you use to train your model? Because if you use a very bad source, that's the same like in university. It's very important which university are you studying, because some university could be very corrupted, just selling these certificates to earn some money, but other universities are giving you a really great knowledge. And yeah, it's a big difference. So in neural networks, in artificial intelligence, is also very important, the source of information. And that's why in Brava we really focused on the very on the knowledge of a big quality. So this is, it could be your personal knowledge, or it could be your team that's, you know, storing and sharing this knowledge between themselves, or it could be companies that get that some external information or internal information, and that's how you can create a lot of value from this knowledge. And artificial intelligence is, again, is just a tool, a technology that help you on the top of this knowledge create a very efficient and quick, fast solution. So when you use it in the right way, you can do the same processes just faster, you know. And that is, I believe, is the core value of artificial intelligence, is that it will not substitute your intelligence. It just will enhance your ability to process some information, but faster, because the main advantage of artificial intelligence is the ability of this cognitive efforts without tiring. So people can be tired. So we cannot make some tasks with the same intensity. Yeah, we became emotionally exhausted. Yeah, so we have some limits in our cognitive abilities, but artificial intelligence do not have it. So doesn't have it. So artificial intelligence is just enhanced model of our intelligence, but in digital form. So it's important what data it's using for training and how it was trained, and then how it is used for in some solutions. So everything matters. But yes, artificial intelligence is definitely is a great tool to enhance your efforts in marketing and all your business processes.
Oh, thank you, Artem. So I see. So you see, if we have like, you know, artificial intelligence of good quality, but we feed it with data of poor quality, so it will process correctly, but the wrong data. Yes, I see. So we need to use data of good quality data. But Artem, how can artificial intelligence be used in marketing?
As we mentioned before, we have so many tools, we have so many formats, and now, yeah, this artificial intelligence tools also blooming. So you have so many different services based on machine learning or artificial intelligence for generating texts, images, audios, videos, even 3D objects you can create with artificial intelligence for game industry, for video production. So there are many of them. So you can use AI in a very, very different way to create some content, and it can speed up some processes. Yeah, so it seems like artificial intelligence is speeding up all the areas of existed tools before, and it seems like every big companies right now are trying to embed artificial intelligence into every service. So and I think it's fine. I think it's correct way to use the technology. I do it intentionally. I believe that's still a technology. We just, you know, people people used to uh to 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 say about something that they don't know in some magical way. You know, if you are not understand the technology, it's a magic for you. So that's why some people overestimate some technology because it's just too complicated for them. And yeah, but for those who works with the technology every day, they really understand how it works. So yeah, it still have some like little miracle. Oh, that's so great what you can do with this, but still it is a technology. So if you really know how it works, it's not the magic anymore. It's just a very deep understanding how the technology works. And that's yeah what we always was saying in Harvey space. You can be just watching uh, for the changes, uh, or you can be a part of it.
Artem, you reminded me an unusual story that I heard in one of TED talks. A university professor wrote a book, but he couldn't find a publishing company that would publish his book. And he tried and he tried and he couldn't find a publishing company that would accept his book. And one day he went to a party, and the woman came over to him and said, "Oh, I know you. Um, you are my neighbor. I can see you every day through my window. You are working in your garden. And what do you do?" And he said, "I wrote a book." And the woman said, I run a publishing company. What kind of a book did you run? Maybe we can publish." And she published like 7 of his books. So they lived in, they lived their neighbors, and they lived next to each other. And he was looking all over the place, and he couldn't find a partner. Yeah, but I have an idea. It's Artem, we are learning a lot of useful ideas from you. So, for example, I can describe like a portrait of a potential customer, and then maybe it's possible, some smart IT guys can write a program, and so it takes me an hour to find one potential contact, but a computer program can find one potential contact in 1 minute or 10 seconds. So do you think it's is this a way artificial intelligence can be used in marketing to generate potential leads and potential customers?
Um, as for
Am
me,
I on the right track, or
yeah,
am I on the wrong track?
yeah. As for me, yes, it could be done in some kind, yeah, and it's definitely will work much better if yeah, if for example you just imagine situations that somebody is coming to your landing page, and yeah, this landing page is using the words and describing the needs specifically what this person need. Yeah, the problem is that sometimes you just don't know enough information about your potential customer. And that's what actually big companies like Facebook and Google and Apple and Microsoft are doing. They of course have a lot of information about their users, but still sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes that information could be just outdated. Yeah. So for example, you wanted to buy a car, but you already bought it. But system will still think that you still need a car, and it will constantly remind you, okay, we have these cars, etc. So this profiling, it's like not enough, because sometimes it just have data that's already outdated. So the problem is how to get this data in real time, how to understand the current need. Yeah, and this is also a place for artificial intelligence that's trying to guess. Okay, I know it's people that was like buying car and I don't know, something else. So the probably next time they will buy car washing uh,
Some
um,
tool, some spare parts,
yeah,
typical
so
spare parts for the car.
yeah, so it's logical. So, and based on some experience before, you can make some projection, but still, it's not working so well. And that's why still the content, coming back to the content. So why the content is still so good for marketing is because uh, it, people just can find you when they will try to search you. So that's now still the best strategy for your company to promote your services and products. Yeah,
Wow, that sounds
artificial
interesting. Yes.
intelligence became even more. I mean, the solution that's using artificial intelligence could be um, more and more advanced, and I believe that someday, yeah, it will be predicting your desires pretty well, and it will be the best assistant ever, as it will actually know all your habits and desires. Yeah, it's a bit scary, but yeah, that can happen one day.
Yeah, it sounds like artificial intelligence is getting smarter. To me, I don't know. To me, it sounds like what is this? It's like a little bit like a spider strategy. So on the one hand, you can find a potential customer. On the other hand, you can create like content and you can attract a potential customer. If you understand, if you understand how the internet works. And Artem, so okay, I understood from what you told us that artificial intelligence is a powerful tool in marketing, in digital marketing. But how can I cannot understand how can artificial intelligence increase sales? How can artificial intelligence be used in sales?
Yeah, that's what we do right now. Uh, and as I said, it's very important not only what technology do you use, but what kind of data do you use, what kind of knowledge do you use. And I believe that sales in some way even easier than marketing, as you know, when you already have this lead and it's pretty hot. So sales became like a process of like a dance. So you are dancing with the customer, and you trying to understand their need, and you try to fulfill their need with your products or services, or maybe you should make some customer things, custom things. And that's actually what Steve Blank uh, is telling about in his book, that customer development is the best strategy actually. So and artificial intelligence could be used here, as you know, as you already have this experience of your sales in the past, and the best moment, if you have scripts for sales. Yeah, if you create a really strong company, you probably should have some brand book where all these scripts are
like documented.
documented, so every your salesman can use it. And if you have this data already available, so you can train your artificial intelligence to use it for selling. So it will help you to sell, and especially for those who just started their career as a salesperson in your company. He can use this or brand book or artificial intelligence that will be based on your brand book. But of course, you should create this brand book. And in our service, we already integrated inside. So every company that's using our platform will be automatically have this feature. So every manager of the company can use these powerful tools to make their sales even better. So yeah, so that's yeah, it's sounds maybe so easy, and yeah, it's yeah, but it works. It will not, again, it will not substitute your salesperson, because again, you know, even if you are talking about this communication, so artificial intelligence cannot build relationship. It's not a human, it's not a person. It will not build this emotional connection with your customer. And if we are talking about the brand, about the values, about vision, about mission, it's mostly more connected to emotional part of our being, and it's yeah, that's how modern brands are built. Because if you are talking about some drinks, yeah, they probably have the same can, almost the same content, but maybe it just has different colors. And yeah, I'm not advertising the drink. I just want to show an example. So the brand different with emotions it's create inside human being, not with content. So yeah, still artificial intelligence is a great tool, great assistant, but it will not substitute your salesperson that build a great relationship with your customers.
Oh, thank you, Artem. So I guess I understood. So you see, so a real like a human salesperson can learn something, and that it can be programmed into a program. I mean, basically, this is like little algorithms. But thank you. It's it's a relief for me, because that artificial intelligence doesn't understand emotions. Because I worried that if I drop a line to a girl and I don't know, maybe a computer program is writing me back.
I'm sure that some services are really exploiting this opportunity to earn some money, to create some attractive profiles and making us excited. Uh, and yeah, I should say I personally know some technologies, artificial intelligence technologies that's can read your emotions, but it's still, yeah, it can recognize emotions by your expression on your face. But still, I'm not talking about, about understanding the emotion. Yeah, probably artificial intelligence is quite good in it right now. But when we are talking about this in person
Yeah, connect relationships and
relationship, so in some day you
human connection.
uh, you
You
know
cannot develop relationships with a computer, I
yeah,
guess,
yeah,
with
yeah.
a
For
program.
now, it's not
Not
possible.
yet,
But
maybe later.
it's very interesting process of evolving the technology. But I should say that, for example, in Germany, uh, they mostly do not start any business relationship without knowing you in person and just looking, even visiting your office. So if you're just using artificial intelligence to simulate or emulate your business activity, I think it's a bad idea. Yeah, it's just a trick. It will not
It could
substitute
be, yeah, it
the
could be
real
tricked.
presence. Yeah, so people are not stupid,
Okay.
so you will not. Yeah, some.
People have this like little bit like intuition. Um, yes.
Yeah, so
Um,
yeah, on the beginning it could be used as assistance, as some first contacts. Then finally you will reach real people. Yeah, and this is it. Yeah, and this is the these risks that's many modern um, engineers are and scientists are afraid of, is it's uh, those people who do not know enough about this technology could be tricked. And this is the biggest dangers of artificial intelligence, I suppose. It's like, what kind, yeah, because nobody knows for now what the long-term impact will be, and how everything will be changed, and we are hoping that it will be for best, for better, but it could be worse. So nobody can tell right now what will happen in future. So yeah, and I believe it's we still should be very consciousness of how we use the technology, and do not let it substitute your main activities. So it's not good.
Thank you, Artem. And yeah, I like your ideas. And um, how can people follow you? As far as I know, you have you got a blog, and how can people find out about your future broadcasts?
Uh, yeah, thank you. So of course, just like the video or the post where you have watched this video, also subscribe to our channels. We will put in the comments all the platforms, your beloved platforms where you can find us. Yeah, for now we are streaming our show from my personal pages, as we have this opportunity to stream, but later we plan to switch to a different channel So you can find it in YouTube, in Facebook, in LinkedIn, in Twitter, and even TikTok. But we are not streaming on TikTok yet because we need to reach even more of audience. So for now, you can watch streams on my personal pages and subscribe to the um, to the to the pages and channels on the link below. So yeah, we also will make short videos for you, so you can just watch some specific parts about some specific topic, so you don't need to watch the whole show. But if you are really interested, you can watch the show in full format. So yeah, so everything that we do for our audience, and I'm very happy to have this opportunity. And I hope that everybody will take a lot of value for themselves and will start to use technology wisely, consciously, and efficiently.
Thank you, Artem, for sharing your knowledge and your ideas. But if some people, want to, um, want to share some ideas with you or leave a comment, what are some ways they can do that? I mean, obviously, people can leave a comment below, but what are some other ways people can contact you?
Yeah, for now you can just make comments again on the every platforms that you are using. Just ask your questions, what was interesting, what you want to hear about in the next episodes. Probably what kind of guests do you want to hear? You can recommend somebody. Yeah, by the way, we have planned to invite my good friend from San Francisco with his startup, but now he's preparing for Y Combinator, one of the best incubators here in United States. And yeah, he is quite busy, so we just couldn't manage it to make it in the morning. So we will make this video later in recording, and we will publish it in our channels. So, but if you have more guests, interesting guests in the area of digital marketing, artificial intelligence, knowledge management, so please just write down. We will invite them for our next great shows.
Artem, if some people from the audience want to take part in your show in the future, do you think it's possible? Will they be able to do that and to share their ideas with everyone?
Yes, thank you, Alex. We have this uh, events. We announced them before, yeah, but you can always go to Librava events, and there you can find all these events that will happen and that's already happened, so you can watch in retrospective, or you can prepare and register for the future events. And if you will register on the event, you can even ask your questions live. So yeah, you're welcome. Prepare your questions. It's a great opportunity to ask exactly what you want to hear.
Wow, thank you, Artem. So everyone, leave your comments below. Artificial intelligence will analyze every one of your comments.
You definitely every okay, thank Alex. Yeah, it was a great show as always. I'm really happy and excited to make all this show every time. So yeah, I'm invite everybody for the next one on the next Friday. So you're welcome.
It has been a pleasure. Have a nice afternoon, everyone. See
Bye-bye.
you in the next show.
Bye.